I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by that handsome devil, the podcast dad, dancing along to the beat of his own drum there. What you listening to, bud?
You talk. That's what I'm listening to. What do you mean? Like
dulcet tones? Is that? I've never heard you dance to me speaking before. That is.
Well, you can't hear me dance at all. So.
That's fair. Yeah,
that is fair. Welcome,
that's a good point.
To a big time show of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We are going to keep the plug short and sweet. Hello, Great Brown Hope. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Fact Checkers in the house. I can't wait to hear about your rants. I have been teased, so I'm excited to hear what you got to say. Like I said, we're going to keep it chugging. Follow us on X, TikTok. You combine those two. Look at you. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram as well. As you can see down there, as all the socials. Please subscribe to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. That is how we get to do what we get to do. We can't do it without your support. We need you guys more and more every day because wrestling's fun, and it's getting.
Yes, it is.
I think we're getting into a maybe allegedly another boom period. So come on, hang out with us. That table's back there. It's got a plant on it or two, and it just keeps getting more mythical. And the chairs, pull up your own chair. You can pull up a lawn chair. You can pull up a lazy boy, whatever kind of chair you want to sit in. But pull it up to that table and join us on this journey we are calling the Wrestling Junkies Podcast.
And while you're at it, subscribe to the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net on all social media platforms. Next weekend, starting Friday, May 22nd, 8 p.m., we have a 24-hour marathon. The Wrestling Junkies are back at it on Saturday morning, 8 to 10 a.m., 2 hours of graps, mimosas, Bloody Marys. Take your vitamins. Tell your friends. Dude, we're having a great fucking time over here.
Eggs Benedict. I will be over at...
That's right. I did.
What time do we start?
8 a.m., so be here by like 7.
I will be there at 6 to procure my Eggs Benedict so I can get back here and eat them on air live. DoorDash, I'll pick that up. But yeah, let's go.
And shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. Hello, Mr. Ramsey. Good to see you as he also just walks in the door. And we've got Brady Alexander in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Check out his articles on The Scrap. He's an incredible writer. Mr. OTM is in the chats as well. And podcast dad, I think it's time to introduce our guest. Great Brown Hope has it best. We don't need chairs if we're doing cartwheels. So, I mean, I don't think that there's any better way to transition into that. So without further ado, everybody, our next guest is someone that wrestling fans around the world have been keeping a very close eye on over the last couple of years, from GCW to EVOLVE to AAA to being part of the inaugural WWE ID class. This guy has built a reputation for being one of the most entertaining, innovative, and flat out impossible to ignore performers on the independents today. Whether it is his athleticism, his positivity, his charisma, or the fact that he may legitimately have the greatest cartwheel in professional wrestling history, this dude brings something unique every single time that he steps into the ring. And even though he's recovering from an injury right now, he is continuing to inspire people by documenting the grind, the setbacks, and the mentality it takes to stay focused on the dream. So with that said, we are very excited to welcome to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast, Jack Cartwheel. Jack, what's going on, man? How are you?
Heyo, guys, what's up, man? Thank you for that awesome intro, man. That was really heartfelt. I appreciate it. That was very well said. And the optimism that comes with the cartwheels, the athleticism, the innovation, dude. Thank you guys so much. I'm stoked to be here.
No, we're happy to have you here. Let's get off, right away. For those living under a rock and maybe discovering you for the first time tonight, who is Jack Cartwheel?
So I'm from Sacramento, California. I grew up with competing in gymnastics, competing in football, breaking powerlifting records. And at the age of 17, I fell in love with pro wrestling, watching WrestleMania 33. Roman Reigns was walking down the ramp, and I said, that's the feeling that I want to chase the whole rest of my life. And, I want to make people smile one cartwheel at a time. And I thought that I would only get to do that at WrestleMania, and it turns out that I get to do it every single show that I do along the way. And yeah, that's who I am. I'm stoked to be here.
So I've been dying to ask you this for several years now. What is the secret to a really fucking good cartwheel?
The secret to a good cartwheel is an open mind. It's to feel free in your body and to fully commit to the cartwheel. You know, it's important that when a cartwheel is going down, nothing else in life matters. That's the idea. You know, when your body is upside down and gravity is the only thing that's about to take over, it's important to be free of any other things that could stop you from perfecting the perfect cartwheel and executing it. Yeah, because it takes your full attention.
I love that.
There's a good job for each of your limbs. Each of your limbs has a thing to do in the cartwheel, and I think that's what makes it so inclusive.
Oh, see, I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a good
not
way
at all,
to think
man.
about it. Yeah, that's good. Your presentation is so completely unique. How did the Jack Cartwheel character like personally come about?
Man, thank you. Yeah, I take a lot from some of the characters that I see myself in and I want to be like. So some of them, I think Star-Lord from the Marvel's universe is a huge inspiration for me because when it gets down to it, he's ready to get the job done. But most of the time, he's happy. He's happy. He's optimistic. He's ready to make a joke. Same that I think of myself with Yoda and SpongeBob as well, because they're both smaller guys who are ready to get the job done. And you know, I want to take these qualities and bring them to the wrestling ring, bring them to promos and charisma and what happens in these matches. I usually do a SpongeBob dance while my opponent's coming in. It helps me warm up my legs, and yeah, there's a lot of inspirations that I've taken from, and we haven't even talked about the wrestling aspect of it. And yeah, okay.
So yeah, I mean, let's talk about some of those inspirations because I mean, you know, again, infectious personality, incredibly positive. You know, when are you noticing that superhuman aspect to the Jack Cartwheel character is clicking with an audience?
I think it's always so interesting when I'm in front of a brand new crowd, right? You don't know who's heard of me or if they even need to, and I think that's a good way to put it, that if you don't know who Jack Cartwheel is, you know what a cartwheel is. So from the moment that I step out there and I perform, I know that I'm giving the people the thing that they signed up for. And that's a great gift that I'm excited to give to pro wrestling. And, you know, just being inspired from so many wrestlers in the past who have been able to perform with such a great charisma and in exciting ways. Yeah.
I'm trying to go to the comments here. They're popping off.
I did see one or two, so that was cool.
One up from Great Brown Hope, our friend here. Mr. Cartwheel, do you enjoy Dance Gavin Dance?
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Dance Gavin Dance.
See, that's Great Brown Hope showing his age right there.
Unless it's like I don't want to say it's Yo Gabba Gabba. Not that I'm well versed in that realm either.
No,
You're taking the heat for that one, bud, not me.
That's fine. That's fine. Look, I'm old too. It's okay. It's okay. Let's talk about how kind of independent wrestling shaped who you are, right? So Supreme Pro Wrestling, how important was that to your career and kind of help you on this path to where you are now?
It was the foundation. It was a very important part of the whole process. I tell the story about two parts of it, me trying to even start training. That first time I tried to go to training, I knew so little about how things go on that I showed up to the venue that they had their show at to go to training and nobody was there because it was an old church in the middle of the night at like 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. Like I showed up to the church thinking that there was training, but there wasn't. So starting like that, you know, is just to show how long of a process it is to get from not even understanding where training could be to having my first matches. And SPW was a critical part of that, because they taught me a lot, not only just the moves, but a lot of the psychology that goes along with it, the match structures, why we're doing things, when we're doing them, rather than what it is that we're doing. And, amazing talents have come from SPW. Not a crazy amount, but there's Timothy Thatcher, Jeff Cobb, J.R. Kratos, all people who've learned fundamentals at SPW in Sacramento. And Northern California isn't the biggest pro wrestling hub, but there's some great pockets.
What would you say is your favorite SPW match?
My favorite SPW match, it might be the first one ever, if I'm being honest, because it was just me versus my trainer. Even though it was like my first singles match, we went 20 minutes and it was super cool. He took great care of me, Mr. Sir Samurai. It was so much fun, and like having a lot of my high school friends come to this show, because I just graduated high school. It was that was just a really fun match at SPW, as like that first big singles match that I was promoting to all my friends. Now I'm doing 3 a weekend, but it's so funny that like that one meant so much to me. I was inviting everyone. I think I had at least 20 people come. So yeah, it was Jack Cartwheel versus Sir Samurai.
So you've been in front of some crazy crowds. One sticks out as GCW. How did performing in front of their audience kind of teach you about how to work a crowd and what to do when maybe the crowd doesn't agree with you, or like adjustments to a match?
Yeah, there's no other promotion like GCW in that way, that they have shows in all the cities throughout all the United States. So the crowd here is different from the crowd there. And although they are all GCW, it is just, it's insane how they're all fans of the same product, but they act very differently in Los Angeles versus Alabama versus Orlando versus New York. And, I think I've learned what works for me, the things that I like to keep, the things that I want to keep doing, the flag sweep, handstand elbow, the Sasuke special, the outside, red arrow. It helped me go through the things that I do and finding what is truly unique, because no matter what audience I'm in front of, those usually get great reactions.
Yeah.
And, kind of looking a little bit further into that, I mean, with these crowds being notoriously unpredictable, how does knowing that no two GCW environments are the same, how does that help sharpen your confidence as a performer?
It helps. I don't know if it would necessarily help sharpen the confidence, because let me go back. It does, because you'd get that experience from making it through a match. Maybe it wasn't the best thing in the world. Maybe you didn't do all the things. Maybe the ropes slipped, but you made it through and it was fine. You can live another day. That will build confidence. Even though you would think that hurts in the long run, moments like that are important, so you can come back and be like, I'm going to be better from that. And if it happens again, we will live on.
Is there a specific match you had on the independent scene where you were like, okay, I'm really good at this, I can probably work on the next level?
So I think this could be considered as the next level already. But when it was me versus Shane Hayes at PWG, it was one of the first times that I really felt like I understood Jack Cartwheel, and I really felt like I had the momentum behind Jack Cartwheel, that those reactions from not hitting moves necessarily and not kicking out of stuff, but from me doing these cartwheels, it was just a pop every single time. And that match specifically, I remember that I was pretty aggressive in trying to get them in, and it wasn't too much. It was yeah, they were happy with it rather than crapping on it. And it was a flash finish where I got a pin on him out of nowhere after I cartwheeled out of his Saito suplex, and it was just a amazing experience. And that night I was like, okay, I got something really good.
Well, I mean, you had something really, really good, so nice that WWE couldn't ignore it. What did it feel like to be a part of that inaugural WWE ID class?
It meant the absolute world to me. It really did. And I mean, it still does, to be picked out of the thousands and thousands of independent wrestlers throughout the United States and throughout the world, all trying to reach the same goal of becoming a WWE champion or becoming a WWE superstar. And it was gratification and satisfaction that all of these trips that I've done, the money I've lost, the pain that you go through, the training that you do, all was going towards something special and going towards something that meant so much to me that I like was crying tears of joy while I signed that contract. It was
That's awesome.
Just next level feelings. And although that, and it's interesting because, yeah, like that moment happened and I'm going to have it forever. And it was so special. But then a week or two later, it's like, yo, let's get back to work. You did the thing. Now that's not it. That's just the start. So, it was interesting that it was like, damn, I got that thing that I've been working towards. That was it. And then a couple of days later, back to proving why I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And go into as much detail as you can. How has this WWID experience been like behind the scenes? Has there been any mentors or coaches in the program that have especially stood out?
Oh yeah. We've gotten access to the best coaches, the best training in the world. X-Pac has been huge help being able to watch back our matches with us and understand what is good and what isn't, and what to keep and what not to. Lindsay Dorado, I've done training with him at the Performance Center. Fit Finley as well, Terry Taylor, all the best coaches in the world who know what it takes to be truly successful in this business. Not just getting a good reaction once, getting a reaction again and again, and having an audience really care about an actor, a character, rather than just like what they're doing. So yeah, those four, absolutely phenomenal. I'm so lucky that I've gotten to work with them, and because of that experience, I've gotten to go to AAA and work with just as great coaches who are also the best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, that's again just an absolutely life-changing, career-altering trajectory that you found yourself on, and as a result of it, you've spent some time with Evolve, and it's become a huge talking point, kind of within the developmental ecosystem. Now there's kind of that bridge between Evolve and NXT. What's that experience been like, as far as transitioning from independent shows to the WWE ecosystem?
I think that the biggest difference for me, and something going forward I've learned and I'm going to continue to do better with, is just the overall intensity. I'm not in there with somebody who just started training wrestling 2 or 3 years ago, who has a okay athletic background, but they don't wrestle full time. At WWE, at Evolve, this is intense training and intense opponents. These guys are 250 pounds, 350 pounds, 6'5", 6'2". If me at my height and my size want to compete against those guys, I have to match their intensity ×2 in order to be as big as them, So I think that is one of the biggest things I'm trying to take and learn is I need to pick up for my size in my charisma and in my intensity and in my purpose into where I'm going and how I'm speaking. And so I would say that was the biggest difference. It's very strict that we're not throwing away things just to do them. We're doing these things with a purpose because there's a certain amount of time as well. And also, looking out for each other, that we don't know who on WWE Evolve is about to go to Raw next or SmackDown, So there's all those aspects.
We're going to hop to the chats for another question here. Has Jack spoken to The Undertaker down in AAA?
Yeah, so I was super lucky to have an opportunity to have like a full-on one-on-one meeting with him. That I got to meet him twice before, but it was very much just in passing. He's the boss. He's busy. I don't want to take too much of his time. So after 2 times, just meeting in passing, and I finally came up and said, hey, like, are we able to have a meeting? I have like some specific questions that I really wanted to hear his answers for. And he gave me the time of going in the office, having a talk, and me learning about the differences between a good match and a great match, the differences of doing a spot versus doing a spot with emotion, the differences between making something happen in the ring versus obviously setting it up and taking way too much time setting it up and having that ruin the idea of it. So all those things I learned straight from him. It was really amazing. Well, what I asked was, what's something that young wrestlers are doing that like makes you throw up, or like makes you think like, hey, that like they shouldn't be doing? And those were the answers. I kind of flipped the answers in the question, but
no, that's so cool.
It was really cool.
No, dude, I can't even imagine. I mean, getting to sit under that learning tree one-on-one, that's got to be so unreal. And I mean, you've put it to good use too, because I mean, just looking at, just this last year or so alone, I mean, Laredo Kid, Dragon Lee, TJ Perkins, I mean, these are some of the biggest names in the industry, and you've gotten to step in the ring with all of them and various capacities. I mean, when you sit and just hear that sentence said back to you, what goes through your mind?
It's a lot of pride. I think there's a lot of pride. There's a lot of, just me being proud that I was able to get to that spot. Exactly what you said, that it's TJP, Dragon Lee, Laredo Kid, people who've made names in this business being champions. And when I went out there, I wasn't just another guy. I was a threat to Laredo Kid. I was a threat to Dragon Lee. I was a threat to TJP. I didn't take it easy and just let this be another match. No, this was my opportunity to prove that I can be on that level with them. And so when you say, what did I feel, man, I felt really freaking proud of that. I wish I won the match, but man, like, when I look at my history as a wrestler, I think that is maybe the best that I've ever been that night. And when I come back, I can't wait to reach that level again.
So we talked about working in front of, the GCW crowd and how crazy that was. AAA is a completely different culture, completely different style. How is it working in front of that crowd?
Dude, it's so much fun. It's so exciting. It's just a culture shock. You have the air horns, you have just immediate reactions to tons of things, even if you didn't really think that certain things would get a reaction, or you do something. And I remember I took a belly to belly from La Parca into the corner, and I remember landing and feeling a little weird about it, but I just heard everyone go, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Oh, that must be cool," just because of how they sounded. It didn't feel that crazy to me, but so it's unreal. The passion that they have for pro wrestling is inspiring, and inspiring me to be even better. So the fans of mine who are there can cheer for me that I'm doing the work that they want me to.
Well, Great Brown Hope says that you are always welcome at the Carne Asada. Got to get yourself some good food, man. So I want to get your thoughts on this, because WWE just announced that Triple Mania is going to become a 2-night event this year. And as somebody that's working in AAA, how massive is that? I mean, the Triple Mania is the equivalent of their WrestleMania.
Dude, this is so cool. This is so exciting. Last year they had the Worlds Collide. It was a huge, fantastic event. Tons of people watched it. This year, exactly what you said, September 11th, September 13th. Man, I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I'm going to try to be in the best position of my life so I can have another amazing showing and hopefully get that cruiserweight championship that I've worked so freaking hard to get so close to. Yeah, Triple Mania, that announcement is huge. I've been in 2 Triple Manias in the past, or 3 actually, in the past, and the fact that they're bringing it back with the WWE logo and trademark, and that it wasn't just a Triple Mania. I believe they said it's 34, or is it 32?
32 maybe, yeah.
Okay, I just think it's very cool that there's the number that goes along with it as well, because I think that totally changes the dynamic of what it is. It's like, hey, we didn't just do this. This is the
for sure
33rd one. So it's super cool.
You spoke on the Cruiserweight Championship. You also won the House of Lucha Championship earlier this year. What did that moment feel like for you?
That moment felt awesome, like really cool. I mean, I'm trying to think of a better one, because I've already used awesome and amazing and fantastic a good amount of times. You know, it felt right. It felt right for me to finally have the House of Lucha Championship, you know, because there's many great talents at that school, and I'm really proud to say that I can carry that belt, and any of those people can come and challenge me, and I can't wait to have matches with those guys. You know, that this is my group, this is my team that I've learned Lucha Libre with, and now with this championship belt, I get to have more matches with them, and it feels really cool to hold the championship belts, because this one as well, I've lost twice before I was able to win, and now that satisfaction, it's really cool.
It's awesome. That's awesome. And especially as, you know, again, you're looking forward. Triple Mania's around the corner. You want to be in the best shape of your career. How's the arm feeling?
You know, the process is going as it should right now. You know, I don't think it's getting better tomorrow, but it's getting better in the correct time frame. We're getting slowly a little bit more momentum, a little bit more range of motion, and yeah, you know, it's getting there, and I'm a little bit nervous about, you know, my psyche once I come back. Is will I be nervous about it? What types of things do I have to wear on my arm? But you know, I want to first get healed before I get to that. To that part of it, but I still believe, and I think, and I pray that Triple Mania is still going to happen. Then this is just a bump in the road.
Yeah, you've been very transparent online about your injury. Why do you think it's so important for fans who, you know, we usually see highlights? Why is it so important to see the difficult parts of rehab as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's the talents being a real person. It's the real life struggle. It's the parts that people can relate to, that not every fan can relate to, being in the ring doing these moves. But I think every fan or person can relate to being in a doctor's office, being concerned about what the answer is, being concerned what's going on. So yeah, like with not being able to do matches, not being able to do shows, I don't know why you wouldn't document this. I think this is like such a juicy part of what we do. I never planned to do this. This couldn't be scripted or anything like that, man. This is what happens when you go super hard for super long, and out of nowhere one of the wheels breaks. But this cartwheel's still rolling down the road. You just got to stop for a second.
Yeah, and I mean, I caught one of your more recent Motivation Monday videos, and you weren't looking forward to leg day. I think we can all relate to that in some capacity. But what kept you going was you haven't been WWE champion yet. I mean, I thought that was just the hardest, coldest line that I think that I've ever seen anybody drop in one of those types of moments. So I wanted to tip my hat to you for that one.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that while I'm out, not in the ring, I want to talk more. I want to cut these promos and learn how to speak for a camera but not directly to the camera or to this way, and have it be an exciting one and then a sad one. And so there's been a lot more reps at taking those promo videos just for myself. But when the time arises, I'll feel more comfortable speaking for the camera and doing a scene and doing a vignette or a promo when they need it. Yeah.
So, I mean, your personality is infectious. Like you're so exciting. You're always on, right?
Thank you.
How has this forced you to slow down, and how hard has that been to be, okay, I got to take a step back and rehab, and I can't be Jack Cartwheel all the time during rehab, you know?
Yeah, totally. No, it's it sucks because right now I feel like I've seen the most amount of cool videos that I have in a while, and I've seen all these moves that I want to try, and I'm not able to try any of them. I'm seeing all these cool things that I know I can do that I haven't been able to get an opportunity to try it yet. And so I'm gonna have just a long list of things I need to get done once I get back, of new things I want to try, old things I need to get better, and just becoming that better version, that next evolution of Jack Cartwheel, who knows when to cartwheel but doesn't throw it away, because he knows what happens if you just throw it away too much.
Yeah. Oh, great mentality.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the chats here. This is from P. Iris Wrestling. Question: Jack's thoughts on Danhausen and the success of the character since signing with WWE, and then a follow up: could WWE do the same thing with a timeless Tony Storm, making it good wrestling, but also a little bit more funny and campier than we might normally see on AEW?
I think that Danhausen is doing a great job. I think everyone's seen Danhausen. It's exciting to see something different, something new, right? That's what I want to be. That's the type of character I want to be presented as. That it's something new and flashy and different, and it makes people turn their heads, and people who are outside of wrestling can see Danhausen and be intrigued and say, what is going on there? And then you go watch a video and you're like, holy cow, what is going on? I'm going to stay watching wrestling because I just saw this crazy thing that brought me in. That's what this is all about. That's, of course, Danhausen's doing a great character doing a great job, because that's what it does. That's great for them. And yeah, I think that would work for Tony Storm as well.
So your whole presentation is built around joy, movement, making people smile. As you said, was that always your vision going into wrestling, or did you want to be a different character?
Man, that's a good question. Because I've done some shows where I've been a nasty version of myself. I've done some shows where I've taken on the persona of who I might have been when I was maybe 15 and thought I was way too cool for everybody else, So, no, I didn't always think that I would be as strictly optimistic as I am today. But I think that it's just rather than taking. No, yeah, it's not what I thought, but it's what's going on, and I'm super happy about it. And when that switch needs to happen, I know I have it in me to make that switch happen if it's needed.
Ooh, see, that sounds exciting. See, he's happy now. Don't piss him off, though.
Right? I really like that. Man, now I'm intrigued. Yeah, I could see some really cool shit here. And instead of me fantasy booking, I'm going to give you the pencil jack here. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. The arm is fully healed. You're cleared. You're ready to go. What's the first thing that you want to accomplish?
I want to face whoever's carrying the Crucero Championship. If it's Laredo Kid, or if somebody has taken over the Laredo Kid reign, I want to be that next person in line once again. I know I just waited in the line and I got to the front and then I did the thing, and then I waited in the line again and I got to the front and then I did the thing and I lost. But now, this third time around, I'm not done. Exactly what you said earlier. I'm not the champion. I'm not done. So once I come back, that's my goal. If I have to wait a little bit, so be it. If I have to wait a little bit, I will skip the line, whichever direction works. Yeah, like that's what I want to try to do is go back and try for that championship again. And after that, I want to try to get to NXT. After that, I want to try to get to SmackDown and Raw and WrestleMania. And dude, that's the goals that we're reaching towards, and that's what Rotation Nation needs.
Love that. We're gonna do some. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna putting up the comment from Great Brown Hope there. Sorry, continue, bud.
We're gonna do some rapid fire questions if you don't mind. So kind of just first thing that comes to your mind.
All right.
Best cartwheel in wrestling history beside yourself.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, wow, this guy knows his shit.
Favorite crowd you wrestled in front of?
Probably Mexico City. Those AAA TV tapings are just electric. Yeah.
Your favorite match that you've ever had?
The Rey de Reyes match that happened just a month ago with the Dragon Lee, TJP, and Laredo Kid. Man, that was freaking fun. That one.
Most underrated wrestler that people need to know about?
This is there's a guy named Chima from the Sacramento area. I might be calling him because he's my friend, but he's big. He's a lion character. He's got a cool cape. He works really freaking hard. Harmon Chima, if y'all want to look him up. He's a great dude. Just became SPW champion. I would love for more people to know about him.
What's the hardest move that you do that you just make look so easy?
Ooh. I think the splits. Maybe the splits pretty easily. I even when I get a good motion with it too, I like put a little sass into it as well. So I would say either the splits or a back handspring. I can make those look pretty easy.
Last one. If Jack Cartwheel had a WrestleMania entrance tomorrow and you got to license a portion of a song to include in your entrance, Miseria Cantare style, what would it be?
It's Hunger on Hillside by J. Cole. It's not like the most well-known song, but it's a J. Cole song from the off-season album, and that's my favorite song. Like, that was getting me through some times when I was playing college football, wrestling, working, and being a student. So like that song, I think, really freaking gets me hyped. So that'd be cool.
Love that. Closing question that we have for you. What would you like to say to all the fans that have, sent you positive messages and supporting you throughout the injury and throughout this whole process? And what does the next chapter of your career look like?
I want to say thank you to everyone who has messaged me, because you didn't have to, and that's just the nice care of you guys and wanting to make sure that I'm okay. So I want them to know that I will be okay, that I'm working hard to get back, that I'm working hard to be better, and before you know it, I want to be the better version of Jack Cartwheel that you haven't even met yet. So man, I appreciate y'all for messaging, and I can't wait to open up this next chapter.
Well, we're absolutely looking forward to seeing it. Thank you so much for joining us, and we absolutely hope to have you back, man. But before we let you go and wrap up today, where can everybody find you on social media?
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. My Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube are all Jack Cartwheel. I probably post on Instagram, Facebook the most out of everything. The AAA flyer post from 2023 popped up. Yes, sir. And I also have a Big Cartel website where I have my Jack Cartwheel shirts and 8x10s. And that should be in the link on all those social medias. So that's how you can find me.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you joining us tonight, and thank you to everybody that tuned in as well. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, please subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're having so much fun over here. There's plenty of room at this table. Come hang out with us, talk some graphs, show some love to the Main Event Wrestling Network. Remember, next weekend we've got our 24-hour marathon stream. We've got 8 to 10 a.m. Saturday morning. And next Thursday, Luke Menzies joins the Wrestling Junkies podcast, making his debut. We're going to be talking about his upcoming UK tour and everything that he's got in store for the rest of 2026. So we hope you will join us. Thank you guys so much. Jack, we're going to have you stick around for a little bit after we sign off here. But until tomorrow, for Jack Cartwheel, for the podcast dad, I am Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Till Wednesday, enjoy those graps, guys.